subscribe my channel, like and comment and hit the bell icon for further updates and for more informative videos. Thanks. Now let's dive in. Start a recurring meeting and schedule. Just click on Google Chrome and type here Zoom. Then you need to click here on this link, and then first we need to sign in to schedule a meeting. So sign in. You need to write your email here and password and sign in. Now you will click on schedule a new meeting here. So here first option is topic. So I will write grade 11A because I don't have any certain topic. I want to schedule it for 11A. So I am writing here 11A. Then you can write the description here, and it's optional, so it's upon you whether you want to write or you just leave it blank. Then we will go down and we will click on recurring meeting because we want to continue this meeting throughout the month or for long. And then we have here the recurrence. In recurrence we have 4 options: daily, weekly, monthly. These 3 options I'll discuss later. Right now I'm telling you about no fixed time. So if you click on this, the layout will slightly change. There will be no timing here. Now we have 2 more options here: generate meeting ID, generate automatically, or personal meeting ID. I recommend to use this only, generate automatically, and do not use personal meeting ID. The reason is that when we give our personal ID to anyone, then anyone can enter in our meeting at any time. For example, if you have scheduled 2 different meetings with personal ID and you think that you are changing the password and you are keeping different passwords, but even then when you start something with personal ID, then anyone can enter in the meeting. If you generate it automatically, it will have a customizable meeting ID, and the password is also customizable. You can change from here also. For example, if I click on personal meeting, you see immediately the password changed to 1234 because this is the password which I often use with my personal meeting. So whenever I schedule a personal meeting ID, then this password changes automatically. So that's why I recommending you not to give this personal meeting ID to your students, because then they can enter your meeting anytime, any day. Whenever you start a meeting with personal ID, they can come. Even if you change your password, it will not affect the link. The link automatically upgrades with the password. So if you change the password, it does not have any effect on entering the meeting. So I recommend generate automatically. Yes, you can keep the password easier for the students if you want. For example, 4567 is the password, or you can keep the password which you have seen in the beginning. Any password you can keep. Then we have video, host and participant. These are the simple options. If you want to keep the video on, you can click on, and if you want to if you don't want to turn it off on, just click here. Then we have these few options: enable join before host, never check this, mute participant upon entry. If you want your student to be quiet, not want them to speak anything in the beginning, so just keep them mute. Then we have enable waiting room. This is very important option. Make sure to check it, because then a student cannot enter. They will first come in the waiting room. There will be a permission you need to give them. You need to click on the admit button, and then they will enter your class. So this is a good option. Then if you want to record the meeting, you can click here, and then you need to just to click on save. Now you have link here. You can just click copy invitation link. You can copy meeting invitation. Now you will go on Google Classroom to post it. If you are using Zoom and Google Classroom simultaneously and you want to post this link in a Google Classroom, so the student can click on this link and they can take your class. Now one more important thing, like this is scheduled for grade 11A only. Now if you want to schedule the same for grade 11B, 10A, 10B or any other section which you are teaching, or any grade which you are teaching, make a separate link and then you can just post it in their relative class. Make sure that you in the topic you write 11A or 10A or any class, so you know for which class you are making the link, so you paste it in a correct way. Now we have code, so we will open the Google Classroom. Now we have this Google Classroom, so I'll locate my class to paste the link, so I'll click here. Now this is the main stream page, so we can click here and then right click and paste, or you can use from the keyboard Control V also to paste the link. Then I'll remove this initial part of it. I'll press the delete button. Now I'll post this link. Now the student will be able to see this link, so I'll ask the student to copy this link in their laptop or in their mobile phone somewhere, or email or WhatsApp to themselves, so later on when they require it they can click on it. Now one more important thing is that whenever you post something here, now you see this post is going down, so the more posts we have, like you're posting worksheets, assignments and things, so it will go down. So what you can do, after 3-4 days or after a week, you can click here reuse post, and now you have all the posts. So any post which you want to reuse, you can reuse here. But one important thing more, that since I have removed the initial part, so that's why it's written topic 11A recurring meeting. But if you see here, this is Mohammed Suhail Khan inviting you schedule Zoom meeting, all the text is same, so you will not understand which meeting actually you want to reuse, which post you. Same goes for the assignments. If you post the assignments with the same name, for example, if you are posting something with math worksheet and again math worksheet, or English worksheet or essay worksheet, so when you are reusing it, you won't be able to reuse this anywhere. So it's better to always choose a proper name. For example, if you are giving simultaneous equation and you want the student to do with elimination method, so write simultaneous equation, just follow it by elimination method or substitution method. Same thing for if you want them to write any essays, then mention the topic also, like on which topic they are writing the essay, so it's listed here. So whenever you want to reuse the post after a week, 2 weeks, even after 6 months, you can use that post. So here I want to reuse this post, so I'm clicking here and then clicking on reuse. Now my post is here. If you want to make any changes, you can make the changes also, but I want to paste as it is, so just clicking on post. Now you can see my post is here. This is my new post and this was the previous one. So in this way you can post on the mainstream page, type any message for the students. So this is how you can simultaneously use Zoom and Google Classroom. Now I'll click on recurring meeting, and now I have these more options here. Recurrence is daily. I want to do it on the weekly basis, so I click on weekly. Now Monday is checked. For example, if my class is on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, and the time is same, 9 o'clock, so I can choose these three and I can schedule it. But if I have different timing, for example, on Monday my class timing is 9 o'clock, on Tuesday my class timing is 10 o'clock, on Wednesday it's a different time, and Thursday it's a different time, so I have to check only one. If you have same timing, then you can check more. For example, in this scenario, if I have Monday class timing 9 o'clock, Tuesday 10 o'clock, Wednesday 10 o'clock and Thursday 9 o'clock, so I'm checking these two options here. Then how long I want this class. So for example, I want it till the 13th of July, so I will select this and now require meeting password. So this is a very difficult password, so I'll make it easier for the student, 4567 for example. And then if you want to keep the host video off and participant on, so you can click here. When the host will join, his video will be off. He can later on switch on the video, but when the participant will join, they will always enter with the video on. Now there are few options which I have already discussed in schedule, like enable join before host, mute participant upon entry. It's upon you how you manage it. But make sure to check this, record the meeting automatically, so the class or the meeting is recorded. Then you will click on save. Now your recurring meeting is scheduled. See you. Please subscribe my channel for more informative videos.